Released in 2001 to critical acclaim, Super Smash Bros. Melee is one of Nintendo's most notable Smash hits, pun intended. It is very well known in the competitive community for its vast array of technical skills and arguably more importantly, characters. But what if I told you that you haven't even unlocked them all? And that means you too, you game assassins, those of you who have unlocked everything, explored every nook and cranny, and think there's nothing left to find. Well, believe it or not, there is. There is one character that seems to have dodged every player since it came out in 2001. Every player, that is, except for me. And I'm about to teach y'all how to get him. And this character? Well, it might sound silly at first, but it'll all make sense. This character is none other than the Dark Knight himself. Batman! Before we get started, you need a few things. You need 2 GameCube controllers, a GameCube or Wii, and a copy of Super Smash Bros. Melee. Now, plug in your second controller into the third player slot. It won't work if it's any other, so make sure it's third. You want to go to 1 player, regular match, and all-star. Then, you choose Mario. It is very important you choose Mario, it will not work otherwise. The difficulty must be normal or above. Now, using the controller plugged into the third player slot, input the code above. You'll notice a change in the background behind Mario. This means it's working. Now, when the first battle starts, you'll notice that you're Fire Mario. Usually, this character is not playable in the game. However, thanks to the code we input, we've unlocked him. You'll also notice that the NPCs are a little bit more advanced. They'll dodge your attacks and move around much more frequently. However, if you can keep up, this shouldn't be a problem. Finish up your match and move on. Don't enter the portal just yet. You'll notice that the next opponent is Luigi. Dodge over it and walk over to the end of the map. Taunt while facing the portal. Turn around and taunt again. It is very important you do it in this order. Now, this will trigger the fight with Luigi to be a bit different. It'll take place in Dreamland, and eventually, Luigi will end up killing himself, allowing you to press on further. You'll find yourself in the rest area again. Grab 1 heart and move on to the next battle. Now this time, you'll be fighting the opposite of Fire Mario. You'll be fighting Ice Mario. Due to your added weakness, the fight might be a little bit tricky. However, it's not too hard. Then, wrap up the fight. It only gets more complicated from here on out, so be ready. You will immediately be transported to a simple 10-man melee. This is not hard at all, so finish up quickly and make sure you don't die. Now, you're going to find yourself in an emulation of Super Smash Bros. 64 for Nintendo 64. Start up a match, any match, 1 minute though. Then, you can choose any character you want. It's not really strict. However, just make sure you're fighting Captain Falcon. This is very important for the next part of this process. It'll be a sudden death, also taking place in Dreamland like the other battles with Mario and Luigi. Get it done quickly. Now that Captain Falcon is defeated, you need to take his place on the race in Big Blue. It'll be a little bit tricky if you're not used to it. However, all you need to do is finish the race in at least 3rd place. You arrive in Womp's Fortress. Now you might be confused as to what to do, however, all you need to do is blast through the wall. Thankfully, it's an easier part of this process. Now enter the cannon. It'll take a little while because it's really fucking slow for some reason, but once you're in there, you can aim really precisely and blast away that wall. Claim your star. This will officially notify Batman that you've been vandalizing the fortress. You'll notice that you're immediately back in Melee, in a brand new stage. This stage is Gotham City, and Batman is challenging you for your acts of crime. The fight is very tough. Make sure you don't die because then you have to start all over again.
Are you serious?
Finish up the battle, and then you'll unlock the Caped Crusader himself, Batman, in all his glory. Batman himself is actually a very interesting character. He's very quick and he has a moveset unlike any other. Now that you know how to unlock the Harbinger of Vigilante Justice, tell me how the video was. Did you understand? Do you know how to do it? If so, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you didn't manage to do this, well, it's not a hoax. You're just bad.